Okay, let's see here. Read only. See if that works. I'm not sure if it will work, but I guess we're live. Let me see here. Maybe we're not live, actually. Create a dashboard. There we go. Okay, so this is a test. Cool. Alright, so this tell me. Okay, cool. Alrighty then. We can start the bot, actually. And then okay, there we go. Cool. Alright. There we go. Okay, so Rubber Ducky right now is right here on top, so I'm not really sure if that's going to be a good thing or not, but we'll see. Okay, sounds good. So let's see here. Let's go back here. And so essentially what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be speed running a variety of speed running. I'm going to be doing very quickly a variety of different development tasks for some projects. And basically that's what we're going to do today. All right, some Odoo development for us. Okay. All right. Let's see where Ducky can fit. Oh, that really threw away the whole scenario there. Can Ducky go here? Because Ducky's still there. That works. Now it's like all kind of messed up. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see what works a little bit later, but anyways. Okay, let's get started. Let's go to this one here first. And the first thing that we're going to do is auto plan manufacturing orders whenever they get created. So let's start with this instance. And wow, I feel really off the element with this in front of me. Okay, Ducky, I don't know how you're gonna fit here. Maybe I put you here or something. I don't know. Ducky, maybe something like that. There we go. That kind of works, right? I guess. I don't know. All right. Oh boy. Maybe it doesn't work as well as I thought. Okay, so Ducky's there. I mean, that kind of works. But now we have to change the chroma key, I think. 1 second. Let me see here. Filters. And let's go ahead and... How do I change this? Because the smoothness... Oh no. There goes Ducky. Oh! Well, that happened. Oh, the problem with Ducky, he's just getting too much light. That's the problem. Oh boy. Our green screen is falling apart right now. Oh no. I don't know if Ducky's gonna be able to make it this time around. Okay. Alright, let's go. Let's bring back Ducky over here. And now let's go back a notch here. There we go. It's a little bit too much light for Ducky. So let's go ahead and remove that. Go back to the problem at hand here. And I don't know. Ducky, I don't know how this is gonna work. Maybe back here. No. In my head. Nope. Maybe over here, like this. Actually, that could work. That could work. We'll see. That could work a little bit. We have to change. Let's go this way. This way. And we have to go back to filters. I love how this stream, the first few minutes of the stream is... Uh-oh. What's going on up here? It's over here. Darn. Okay. Alright, chat. 1 second. Okay. There we go. And okay. All right. And then we can go up, perhaps? No. Go down and then increase smoothness? Is that how we do it? No? It's not the way to do it? Okay. Let's go key color spill. Interesting. How do I get it to work on my other computer? That's so weird. Because in the other computer it works just fine. Let's see here. Okay, that's the green screen. You guys saw all of it. Okay. Darn it. I think we might not have Rubber Ducky in this stream. Rubber Ducky's not doing too well right now. I guess no Rubber Ducky for today. Which is unfortunate. But it is what it is. We'll keep Rubber Ducky on the side. Okay, alright, sounds good. So what are we doing today? We are speedrunning some tasks, trying to get a lot of stuff done, and hopefully we can just get through with it as soon as possible. Then after that, we're going to play some video games or something. Yeah, exactly, recording. What's up? I'll have to play, yeah, I'll have to do it. Because I now stream on the other computer, so I haven't used Streamlabs on this computer for a long time. So anyways, we'll make it work. All right, cool. So let's get started. All right, so the first thing that I got to do is here, when we create a manufacturing order. And by the way, all of this is generic data, so nothing is confidential. And the project is also, the projects that I'm working on from a coding perspective is public, so it's not a problem. But anyways, the whole point here is when we create a manufacturing order, like for example, table MTO, this manufacturing order is saying we are manufacturing a table MTO, period, so the finished good, but within a specific manufacturing of a table, you can have multiple operations, so different work orders. Now, by default in Odoo, when you create a manufacturing order, it doesn't plan the work orders. You have to explicitly click on plan to plan the work orders, and then you have the work orders. So for this specific project, the request is not to have it manual and have it happen automatically. Oh, this light theme is eye burning. What is up, Prosolus? Unfortunately, there's no dark theme with Odoo. It's all light. I mean, you could change it. You could very easily code a dark theme, but out of the box there isn't any. Okay, so let's get started with that piece. I'm going to bring up DXR. And the first thing that I want to do is look into the create function of a specific manufacturing order. So if we go into path MRP, actually production probably, And then here we have a create, or create of sorts, or something like that. Let's see if a define create. Here we have a define create, which is an inheritance. Hey, Neosis, how you doing? Anyway, alert. No worries, Pasos. We're just speed running through some tasks here. Not a problem at all. How's it going, Neosis? We were just hanging out earlier in Neosis' stream, and now here we are. So for example here, and then we have generate moves, right? So generate moves seems to be something that occurs where basically when we create the manufacturing order, it runs through this, and then essentially inside of here it generates move, which is when it creates the finished moves, it creates a raw move lines, adjust procure method, move line IDs, action confirm. So what I'm going to do here is when we create a manufacturing order and said manufacturing order has a routing ID, then we're going to go ahead and call this function, which is a plan function. Now in Odoo, we can do $debug, and this basically allows us to see a little bit more detail in regards to the technical name of the field as well as the technical name of the functions or the functions themselves. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the define button plan does and see if there's anything special here in this perspective. Orders to plan, for order and orders to plan, quantity blah blah blah, generate work orders. That's practically what it does. Nothing special, to be honest. So what we're going to do is we're just literally create manufacturing order, we're going to plan. Okay, so how do we do that in Odoo? Let me open up the project. So this is already a custom module that exists. So unfortunately, we're not going to go through the structure since we're kind of like speed running through stuff. And MRP.production, actually, I don't know if I inherited this right now. Oh, I do. Here we go. Unfortunately, this is bad. You're seeing my bad habits right now. I added MRP production within the MRP_work orders Python file, but it's not that bad. Let's actually take a look and see if we're already inheriting the create field or the create function. And we are for MRP work center productivity, but not MRP.production. So what we want to do is go back to the MRP production model or class or what have you. And then here, we're basically going to go ahead and just copy and paste this. But I just copy and paste it because I'm lazy, not necessarily because I'm trying to copy the syntax. I'm not trying to copy what's being done here. I'm just literally copying it for the structure. And what do I mean by structure here? Basically, I don't want to overwrite the function. I just want to inherit whatever it's doing and then just add something to it towards the end after it runs. For example, here production is equal to super MRP production self.create values. So basically, it's running the function of my previous modules, the modules that I depend on, and then it's going to go ahead and run whatever function I call it here. And basically, what I want to do here is I want to run button_plan, like so, and if production dot routing ID, then production_plan. The reason why is because obviously I'm using a lot of context, and this is just because I know how things work. But if there is a routing ID, you're going to have work orders. If there's no routing ID, there's no work orders, no operations. Hence, that's why I'm adding a only run the button plan if you have a routing ID. Okay, so if production.routing ID, then production.button plan, return production, and we're good to go. And that's pretty much it. That's the first one. That's the first, that's literally the first task. Hence the speed run. All right, so here, if we now go ahead and test, so what we want to do is create test set with manufacturing order table MTO. This is an MTO that has a routing ID, so when we click on save, it should automatically create the work orders plan. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, no worries. Okay, so there we go. That's the first task. So let's go ahead and call this improvement. And of course, I'm going to QA this offline. I don't want to do like heavy QA. I'm going to do very little QA. And so I'm going to do very little QA. And then after the stream, I'm going to do heavy QA just because it's so boring to go one by one. Oh, I didn't see there's a resubscription from Chocolate. Oh, it's because I'm using multi-stream. Darn. Let me go back to Twitch stream. There we go. Now I can see Chocolate. What is up, Chocolate? Is this a project you created from scratch? The Odoo itself, no. Odoo itself is an open source software. It's an ERP. However, this customization, this base_ACS, which is a custom add-on on top of Odoo, yes, I've built it from scratch. So whatever you see right now in my IDE, everything you will see in my IDE today here will be my code. Everything you see, well, my code or my dev team's code. So it's either mine or my dev team's code. And then whenever I'm here in DXR, we're searching through the base Odoo code. So this is base Odoo. Okay, so, all right. So, and you'll see how simple it is to, let me go back here. How simple it is to customize Odoo, which is kind of cool. Okay, so auto plan. Creation of, I don't know. I should probably call this work orders. Okay. All right. The next thing that we need to do is we need to remove the kind of annoying translation that happens. So, for example, if I'm here and we go over to inventory, master data products. Actually, before I do that, I need to install another language. So languages, oh, there we go. English, UK. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to click on preferences on the admin and change this to English UK, save. And UK, exactly. One of the annoying things about, well, one of the great things about translations is that the system automatically translates terms to your language. Now the problem is when you have things like English from the US and English from the UK, then it's like, it's English. So why are you translating? And it's kind of annoying. But anyways, let's take a look here. So inventory, master data products. I'm in the UK. So if I click on create here, test product, like so, click on save. Notice how it says please update translation of name. And then here, it basically created a translated term for source term and translation value, which I don't want it to do that at all. So unless you sell pants, then you definitely need to translate. That's true. That's probably why it's there. So that's the problem right there. Let's take a look at ir.translation here, and let's see how this gets created. So what I'm looking to see is an instance where we have a .create after the IR translation, and that's most likely going to tell me when a translation record. Basically, what I want to do is prevent an IR translation being created. And notice how it's actually saying test, 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 test all this time. So that's telling me that's probably a self.environment IR translation, and then it creates it. So multi-lang, let's see here, because we don't want it on tests. Good IDs, name, field models. You know what I'm going to do? Another thing that I'm going to, basically right now, I'm searching through the entire code base to see how the IR translation is created. And maybe we look for source as a variable. So source, widgets, no. So we're trying to search through 10,000 lines of code to see what is the exact trigger point of the creation of that. I guess we could do it on create. Find create. But I doubt it's on create of the product. I don't think it is. I don't think translation would happen there. What if I just look at browse folder contents? Let's look at translations. What about name is equal to ir.translation? It's part of base. Get languages, compute source, inverse source, search source, auto init. Get IDs, shade model. Let's take a look at translate. Translate is equal to true. So create, here we go. Set IDs, update the translation of records. Set IDs, update our translate set value, where lang, return was ID, subsudo.create. Get terms mapping, sync terms, field help, check exercise of operation mode on self for the current user raise and access in case conditions are not met. Not really. Hi Aravita, how you doing? How's it going? We're just trying to speedrun some work here. Yes, I am, Ray. I'm trying to do some quick dev tasks. So this is a portion of what I do. I would say 33% of what I do sometimes is stuff like this. But of course I have a dev team that usually does most of it. It's actually funny. When I started the company, it was myself doing this. Now I have a dev team that does the majority of it. So I do keep doing it for certain clients because I always want to stay fresh. I still want to know it, but yeah, it's not like my main strength, if you will. There's a lot of developers that are way better at developing than me, but you know, I want to keep fresh. Let's see here. I'm a little bit lost of where this happens, though. Hey, what's up, SPG? How's it going? Okay, so translate. Okay, so if we do translate is equal to true, so we know here that we have a translate is equal to true, right? So we know specifically that we have an attribute that says if a specific field should be translatable or not. Does that make this an SPGEFP event? Exactly. Wait, what was that, Neilsis? What's going on? I always want to learn coding. I mean, it's fun, you know. It's all foreign language to me. I bet you, Ray, if you like sat down with a project that you were like really inspired by it, you would pick it up. It's like any other language. What's hard, or where the value really is, it's not knowing the language, but it's knowing how to design. Being creative from a algorithm design or that kind of stuff, that's what's important, in my opinion. That's my opinion, though, of course. Knowing syntax, that doesn't matter. You always have the internet for that. You can Stack Overflow, you can copy and paste all you want. It doesn't matter. What matters is design. I'm roaming your hometown right now? Oh, I was going to say, Strength Player Gamer, you're in San Francisco? Nice. Okay, so we know path, field, field.py, and then char. And then let's see here, base parse fields translate. Okay, there's no concept to translate here. Class char. Okay, let's translate is equal to true. Text. Here we go. Get attributes, translate. Sanitize HTML must be used HTML translate or callable. If HTML get translate is true, and HTML get sanitize true, HTML translate is equals HTML translate. Type HTML. Then convert to column. If value is none or value is false. Convert to cache. What I might do, to be fair, is I might just add the translate equals false instead of like doing a universal. Is coding, but I took in-game selfies in places I have IRL pics when I visited. It's uncannily close. Nice. This coding is very specific in terms of steps. Well, I don't know. I basically jump around a lot till I finish my entire thing, like my algorithm or what have you, and then, you know, run it and see, hope it works. So, light theme, my eyes. I know. Both you and Prisola's Kimchi have mentioned that. So, okay. So, I'm really not sure where this is being triggered. I mean here, but I think enable translation of fields. So here's a parameter of translate, right? And essentially we have here the translate. But I don't want to do it at this level because that could be bad. You know what? I'm actually gonna do it very quickly, a very quick way. We're just gonna go to product here, and we're gonna change the product template here. We're gonna do path product dot py, and then essentially define not define name is equal to fields dot character here. Basically, what I'm gonna do is just do complete name. What is this product category? Oh, okay. I guess we'll just do and actually I don't even need to specify all the other attributes. I can just go straight to translate is equal to true because it's already defined. So translate equals false. Let's go ahead and yank that. And I don't think product.product has this. I don't think product. It actually does, interesting enough. Okay. Let's go ahead and go into product and specify that as well. Let's go ahead and go back up here. Let's go to Google Chrome. Let's go ahead and restart here. Rad Marty, what is up? Yeah, I'm trying to speedrun, and then later we'll play some video games. But at least we gotta get some work done. Do I want to do the work right now? Not really, but yeah. Okay, so here we go. Now we're typing that in. No translate. Woo! There we go. So save. Okay, so we print product label. It's false. Why is it false? I thought I changed it. It's still creating a translatable thing. That's actually weird. Let's see. Let's take a look at ir.translation. Languages. Let's actually just go to settings, translations, translated terms. I'm just gonna delete everything. I'm going to delete all translator. Also, by the way, what you're seeing right here, these are local demo instances, the ones I'm coding on. I can't delete them all. Let's group by module. Okay, so here we go. Action delete. Okay, there we go. That should be good. These are product categories and stuff, so that should not be a problem. Okay, let's go back. Let's click on edit. Save. Okay, so I made a change. Did it still create a translatable term? Ah, darn it, it did. Oh, no. Perfect. Only description underscore purchase, which is good. Who is Mitchell admin? Your work looks more fun than mine will work at the moment. Well, you know, depends. Potato, potato. Who's Mitchell admin? Mitchell admin is like the default admin demo user with all these like demo fake. You guys want to see the fake? Look at the fake pictures. They're hilarious. Some fake pictures there. They're like the pictures you buy like in those like websites where you can buy pictures. Okay, so that's that. So for example, instead of doing a universal, I just basically changed that name field on product template / product non-translatable. Okay, cool. All right, the next one is we want to have Mitchell admin sus. Very, very sus. Hi, Mitchell. What is up? Okay, the next one is a little bit more complex, and it's going to be a little bit harder to kind of set up. The issue here is, let's say, for example, we're manufacturing 2 table MTOs. I should probably call this something else. Actually, this is table MTO. Okay, let's do table MTO like so. Okay, so let's say, for example, we're creating 2 table MTOs, and technically speaking, we shouldn't be able to select the same serial number twice when from a consumable. So you're creating one MTO table with a unique serial number, a unique lot number, and you're basically saying this specific tabletop goes in there, or this specific piece goes in there, and we shouldn't be able to put the same tabletop serial number on the on a different table. Anyways, so long story short, I messed myself up because now all of these guys have incorrect names, so I'm going to confuse myself here. Let's say, for example, this one, what is this one? Table leg. So table legs are tracked by lot numbers, tabletops are tracked by serial numbers, and these are screws and nuts and bolts, so it doesn't matter. But here, for example, tabletop is tracked by serial number, so by unique serial number, and if you've already used this unique serial number, you shouldn't be able to use it again. So the idea here is, now to make my life easier, I'm going to reduce this and make it only one work order on the routing. What else do I want to do to make my life easier? Tabletop, do we have any on hand? We don't have on hand. So update quantity, one product tabletop, start inventory. We're going to do this, start inventory. Let's set everything to 0 for now, validate inventory. Okay, and then let's go ahead and update quantity. I'm just cleaning stuff up right now to make it like a cleaner work environment, so that way we can test things out. Okay, so here we go. Let's create tabletop serial numbers. We're going to do SPG as 1. SPG is 1 tabletop. RG for recorded guy is 1. We're going to have Rad Muddy, RM, for 1. We're gonna have Ray for Ray. What else? What else? Let's see here. Who else do we have in chat? Kimchi. I'm gonna do Kim for Kimchi. Let's do Pro for Prosolus. Chocolate. Elite for Chocolate. Neosis. Neo for Neosis. I love being essential at the tabletop. Nice. Exactly. I think I covered everyone. I'm so sorry if I did not include you guys. Okay. All right. So now let's validate inventory, and now we have all of these tabletops with their unique box and serial numbers. Now, what that basically means that if we create a manufacturing order right now, I'm going to cancel this one. And if I use SPG for at one point, I shouldn't be able to use SPG again. So, for example, oh, we're getting there. That's not good. Okay, that's very weird. That's nothing to do with this. So hopefully we don't get it. Oh, okay. Didn't like it at all. Create. Okay, now we're getting that. Value.split is not a function. That's very sus. That's a very sus bug. Has nothing to do with what we're trying to do. But so what I'm going to do is going to bypass it right now because I don't want to be stopped by that bug in this specific item. And let's do MTO. Okay, so table MTO. The customer orders 2 table MTOs, so make 2 order tables. Let's go ahead and confirm the order. So the salesperson confirmed it. Either they received payment or something, created the warehouse out, and now essentially we have a manufacturing order set for this. So we should go to manufacturing order here, and wait, hold on. Let's go ahead and cancel. Oh, it's because I had another test case. Let me clean stuff up here. Let's see, cancel. It goes to SPG. Error occurred. And you're starting. You're learning table? Oh, this is still on work in process here. Cancel. Let's cancel that one. Okay, so we only have one. What other thing do we have? Let's go to MTO and make sure that table MTO on hand 12. That's not true. We should update the quantity on hand to 0. Start inventory. Set quantity to 0. Validate. Okay, there we go. All right, cool. Now that we have that set, 425 days overdue. Let's go ahead and cancel that. Action duplicate. Save. Confirm. Boolean and type data. Okay, so in procurement values, unsupported operand for Boolean and type. Oh, okay. My bad. I forgot about this. We need to set a specific commitment date. We should probably get a better error message for that. So let me actually write it down in my notes here. ACS better error message for missing commitment date. Because no user likes a traceback that looks off. So let's go ahead and confirm. Voila. This has a delivery order. Notice how it says waiting another operation because now it's made to order. So on confirmation, it created a manufacturing order. And here we have SO28. 450 days silver dude flips table. I've already known how to table use guys, just didn't want to steal it. Work problems. Okay, so now we have this MO, right? So if I click on work orders, and I'm just trying to introduce the problem here, or trying to replicate the problem here. If I click on process, right, and then here, let's go ahead and say we're creating tabletops for 001. Let's say hypothetically, and we are producing 5 right? Or let's say 1 unit, right? And then here we're producing with SPG. So we are using SPG. Click on continue. Oh, I forgot that we have to click this. There's a lot of stuff. We're using SPG for 1, validate. Okay, lot number, doesn't matter. Oh, that's right. We're consuming 4 legs of this lot number. Okay, and then we're consuming 10 of this screw. That's right, I forgot. Okay, there we go. So we registered SPG as a component, and that's a serialized product. So technically speaking, right now, we shouldn't be able to select SPG again, right? So we click on SPG like so, and we're producing 1, like so, validate. And notice how it let us. It said, go nuts, no problem. And that's a big problem. Of course, obviously in the assembly line, they're scanning these serial numbers. So technically speaking, they shouldn't be able to scan the same thing. But obviously, we know that sometimes that is not true. And notice how, voila, we're able to do it, which is not good. Okay, so that is not good. So let's go ahead and refresh. And let's take a look at what happened here in current production. So here in current production, it basically was okay with us finishing it, and it removed the active move line IDs, and it added it most likely to the manufacturing order, and it did. Notice how it added this. If we go to consume materials tabletop, notice how SPG got consumed twice. That's the error. So what we need to do is somehow in the work order screen, when you're going through this, when you're putting a tabletop value, an SPG that is, when you click on validate, it should not allow you. It should say something along the lines of, this has already been consumed or has been used for another thing. So that is the error, and that's what we're going to fix right now. Oh, it's kind of tough. No worries. Let me actually turn it down. Thank you. Is that better? Let me know if that's better. But before we fix this, I'm going to go ahead and go to the restroom real quick. One sec. Bathroom. Oh no, that's not supposed to work. Relief. Emergency. Oh my god, didn't make it. Okay, sounds good. So essentially what we're going to do here is on action validate. Oh, Shibby Loves! Thank you very much for the subscription. Really appreciate it. Shibby Loves. Thank you. I'm in it for the ducks. Exactly, the ducks are just absolutely awesome. So basically, what this basically means is on validate, so this is action underscore next, we should validate the fact that the serial number has already been used for this specific product on the manufacturing order. So how do we go ahead and do that? Well, first and foremost, what we have to do here is define action underscore next. We can probably minimize this to a work order Python file, but that's okay. And then here we have self.ensure1 and return self.next. And that's pretty much it. So the good news is the fact that we can basically inherit this just like we did in the earlier piece. Once again, well, I haven't said it before, but when you are customizing Odoo, you don't want to rewrite the function. You're just inheriting. So you're basically saying insert or inject this piece of code before or after, and that's a very sustainable way to code. Hey, I'm out here. Ray has no idea what is going on. No worries, Shibby. We are just hanging, trying to speed run work, to be honest. Let's go to MRP work order, right? Because that's the model in which we're in. And then here, basically, let's go to the top. And then here, what I'm going to do is do this. And actually, I'm going to check if I actually already inherited. And notice how I already inherited. So notice how I should not put that again. Let's just go to action underscore next here, which we have, self-ensure1. It basically does a super on earlier, and then it does this. Now, what I wanted to do is I want to see what causes it to show component and serial number, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and duplicate. SPG is a serialized product. That's in a nutshell what we're trying to do. SPG is just serialized. I'm exploiting chat in our coding. So views, we're going to go ahead and check for this view architecture, and then we should have tablet, call it tablet new, and then essentially here, let's search for, again, serial number. And here, notice how it's invisible when product tracking is not equal to serial. So basically, what we can go ahead and do is use that as the measure of should we run this piece of code. So self, right? Self, if product tracking is equal to serial, then essentially we're going to go ahead and raise warning, and we're going to say the serial number you have selected has already been consumed in this manufacturing order. Okay, so just a very classic, not too complex warning message saying that it's going to be used. Now that we have that, so we have the instance, now we have to add the additional layer of logic, which asks, does this already exist? So what we do know here, if we go here and we click on edit view fields, we know that the work order model has a link to the production ID. And of course, I'm kind of breezing by through this because I know already a lot of the structure. So basically we have production order is equal to self.production ID. Yeah. And then basically, maybe I'm adding too many lines. Maybe I should condense it, but it is what it is. And then within the production order, what I'm interested in is seeing the move line IDs. So view fields, and then move line IDs, move raw IDs, or finished move line IDs. Okay, so move raw IDs. Okay, so I need to do, and I'm actually just going to do it like this: production ID dot mapped. This is part of the Odoo ORM, which is pretty badass. And then essentially, I know that models stock.move has a link to stock move line. The syntax, or the not syntax, but the actual name of it, move line, move. So move line IDs, there we go. So move line IDs. So move raw IDs dot mapped move line IDs, right? And then say like dot filtered, and then let's add a lambda b dot lot ID and b dot lot ID dot name or lot ID is equal to, let's go back to our screen where we were. Let's click on process. And what's this value of this field? Lot ID. So self.lot ID. So basically, and let's call this lot move line IDs. And actually, one thing I forgot too, and actually, we don't even have to add a filter for product, but why not? Let's do that. And let's do b.product ID is equal to self dot, what's this component called? Component underscore ID. And like so. So now we have only the lot move lines. So basically, just for visualization purposes, if we go back to the manufacturing order, now we have a record set of these lines, the SPG0001. If there's any of these lot move line IDs with the same lot or serial number, then we should run or throw an error. Why is it throwing an error? It's because it's too far, huh? Invalid syntax, where? Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay. All right, sounds good. So here we have that. If lot move line IDs, then we raise the error, right? So 3, there we go. Okay, cool. And that's it. I think that should be it. 5 lines of code or 6 lines of code, and that will do a huge change in the assembly line. A massive impact to the assembly line, which is kind of cool. All right, let's test it. So if I go here, process, right? We're processing this. I click on SPG. Okay. Let's see if this works. We're producing 1. Validate. Darn it! It didn't work. It didn't work. Okay, so somehow it didn't work. Why didn't it work? First things first, let's go ahead and raise warning and see if it's working at all. So working. So some good old hacky debugging. Let's go ahead and that's my life. That's everybody's life in coding. Okay, I don't feel so bad. So, if I yeah, sorry, I'm kind of like going through it real quick. Oh, it is actually working. Okay, cool. So it is running. That's good. So it is running. Let's go over here. So if self.product tracking is equal to serial number, so let's go ahead and paste that in. And do that. And we should be able to get away with 4 right here and no problem. We should be able to. Okay, sounds good. Component, these are the table legs, no worries. Or not the table legs, but the screws. Okay, record production. Let's try this again. So this is a serial tracked item. We inserted here a raise warning if it's a product tracking is equal to serial. And just as a double checking here, let me actually double duplicate this and use, let's do tablet new and serial number. Serial, yeah, serial. Okay. Well, okay, so here we're producing 1. This should throw an error. Okay, that did not throw an error. What that tells us is something is wrong here. So it didn't throw an error, which basically means we have no value here. which is weird because it's being rendered on the screen, so I'm not really sure what's happening. Recorder production fixed. Should. Okay, let's go here. Let's do 4. Let's validate. This is going to throw an error. Yeah. Product tracking lot, yeah. Did I do something wrong here? Is equal to serial, yeah. I mean, am I mistyping something? Serial? I mean, product tracking. Order some kimchi for long life. Self-dot product tracking. Okay. Tracking is equal to serial, and we go here. Lot, and then I just want to. I'm doing this for purposes of debugging. Why? Because it seemed like it was working. Yeah, I think I'm just printing. I think that's a good idea, recorder guy. Just to print it, see what the value or the output is at that specific instance. So for example, we have 4. Let's go ahead and validate. Okay, and then let's go ahead and put this guy. It's printing lot false true. And then we're doing 10. Validate. Okay, record production. Okay, so now we're here. 001. We're back to the serial number here. Serial number SPG. Okay. And then let's go ahead and see what the output here is. Lot. No! I messed this up before. This is so... Oh no. This is so annoying. This is a configuration error, chat. It was not an issue with my code. It's something at tabletop usually is serialized, but in this case, I might have gone there in the past and changed it because I was testing something else. So these demo instances become very, very dirty. Notice how lots. There we go. Save. There we go. Okay. Now it's going to work. Oh my gosh. Okay. So then table legs for 4, validate. You have selected the serial number you have selected has already been consumed in this manufacturing order. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Now this is. Wait, hold on. Not tabletop. My bad. Now, of course, I'm basically making rookie mistakes. This is by lots. My bad. And products, I'm looking for the tabletop. Tabletop should be serialized. And it is. So what that tells us, it's looking at the product tracking of the parent, not the bottom one. Component tracking. Woo-hoo-hoo. Well, rookie mistakes, chat. Rookie mistakes. Who knew? There we go. Let's say product underscore tracking product underscore track. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay. Rookie mistakes, chat. Rookie mistakes. What's the worst part? Documentation. I like mysteries. Coding is a lot of detective work. That's true. It's like whenever there's a bug, you got to be a good detective. In my dev team, like the biggest thing that we ask is how good are you at debugging? If you're good at debugging, you got it made. Okay, sounds good. So now let's go back in here and let's finish this. So unfortunately, that was our last batch. So mark is done and close MO. And we have to finish these. Pass. Validate. Correct measure. Actually, you know what? Let's not even worry about doing that. Let's just create a new sale order. So let's say, for example, we have another customer also wants to do 2 tabletops. Save, confirm. Again, I forgot the commitment date. We're going to apply the fix for that later, actually. Save, confirm. Okay, so now we have a manufacturing order for sale order 29 here for the manufacturing staff. Here, okay, let's do work orders. Click on work orders here, process. Okay, so here I add the lot number of the tabletop. I'm just making one. Let's put in our user code here while we're processing. Serial number, let's do SPG, right? Validate. 1 for 4, validate. For 10, validate. Now, record production. Now, I forgot if I restarted here, component tracking. Okay, there we go. Let's go back up here. Okay. So we're doing this. We're doing SPG again, right? Supposedly. We shouldn't be allowed to do this. Validate. Nice. Okay, now let's make it a little bit pretty. No one likes tracebacks like that. So now let's do a nice pretty user error. I forgot, not user warning. And we're already importing the library, so that's no worries. Here we go. GG, well played. I think any app that reports valid for SPG is buggy. Just use bug spray for debugging. reverse. Neo says, I'm gonna be doing what people did for the song redeem. I'm going to I'm gonna refund you on that one. Oh no. That's an insta reject. It was good. It was good. It was good, Neo says. It was good. Okay, so let's do this. Validate. The serial number you have selected has already been consumed in this manufacturing order. Perfect. So if we go to, for example, Ray, boom, easy peasy. So that was what we had to do. Validate. Record production. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do who else do we have? Recorder guy. RG. We should have no error here. Okay, let's do 4. Validate. 10. Validate. Okay, record production. Okay, let's pretend that the operator scanned again the incorrect one, SPG. Even though, like, technically speaking, in the real world, I mean, they already put the tabletop, but anyways, validate. The serial number you selected has already been consumed in the manufacturing order. Okay, cool. That's good. Let's put that punctuation there, and let's go ahead and call it a day. Warning on using the same serial number for a separate unit on the MO. Okay, let's go. That was evil, and I'm here for suddenly record a guy's competition. This has just trumped everything I've ever done in my life suddenly. No, I mean that was good news, but I don't even want to begin to understand how we're gonna do reverse on a coding stream. So, okay, sounds good. So that's done. The next thing that we want to do is get rid of this ugly error, right? Do you guys remember this ugly error? So if we go to sales, right, this commitment date error. So if we were to create, actually, I'm just going to go ahead and action duplicate here. If I didn't have a commitment date, right, and click on confirm, it throws this error. We don't want that, right? So how should we, what I'm going to go ahead and do and confirm here, it's as time delta. So I'm going to do, let's search for this. Date plan is equal to self.commitment date minus delta or blah, blah. Okay, so let's actually do something like this. If self.commitment date, then we go ahead and do these shenanigans. If not, right, I'm going to go ahead and just do these guys. Like this, to delete that, and let's go ahead and paste it over here, and then to onward, and then I don't know why I did that, and let's do this, and let's go ahead and do that, and that. Okay, there we go. That should take care of it, essentially. So, essentially, if no commitment date is set, it uses vanilla Odoo. I'm pretty sure we can scramble a keyboard. I accept the challenge. Just turn your keyboard around while you code. With the F keys nearest. Redeems Dvorak. It's actually kind of funny, recorder guy. I have a friend that uses I can't even pronounce it, Dvorak keyboard layout, and he's been coding for that for like more than a decade, and it's like you give him a normal keyboard and he's like, wait, what? But that would be hilarious. I mean, it would be me just not progressing at all. That's pretty much what would happen there. Okay, so if we click on confirm, it should work as natural, just without commitment date, with standard Odoo. So no worries there. Okay. Okay, sounds good. So let's go back here. Fix if commitment date not set on SOL, standard use standard Odoo date plan. Okay, there we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right. Auto plan, remove translate, serial input, better error message for missing. And that's it, chat, for one project. That's it for one project. We're done. We can clean our hands off of this project and on to the next one. So let's launch the demo instance for the other project. Let's clean up our workspace a little bit. Reload localhost. Reload DXR. Okay. Wait, did it load? I don't think it loaded. Hello. Let's load. Come on. Let's go ahead and load. And then essentially, let's bring up the list of tasks for the other one. Let me make sure there's no fire drills. No fire drill here. No fire drill here. Perfect. Okay, we're good. No fire drills. Okay, let's see what's going on here. How many projects can a coder have at a time? In our organization, or in our organization, really depends. We all work as a team, so we represent all of our clients. Of course, there's certain people that specialize in a specific project and they can work on it a lot, but everyone helps each other when they need help, if that makes any sense. So traditionally, at any point in time, you could have a developer coding for 40 different companies. Now, that doesn't mean they're actively every day coding for a specific company, right? It just means the development tasks, and then we have a pipeline, and we say what the priority is, and across different clients and stuff like that. So, did you design your logo? Actually, no, I did not design the logo. It was one of my developers actually designed it. He's not an artist, but he designed it. One of my developers did it. Let me actually see if I can share drive, Jiffy General. Let's see here. Oh, well, actually, I'm gonna have to. Let's remove that. Let's remove that. Okay, good. All right, so notice how here this was designed by one of my developers. So here's the white logo. Oh, and by the way, chat, for you guys who are interested, we're going to be doing a raffle soon. We're going to be doing a raffle. You might say, what raffle? Okay, let me see if I can find it though. Where's the... Okay, that didn't work. Okay, let me get a new one. 1 second. So I got a bunch of these for my organization and also for the Odoo organization. You've probably seen me in other streams wear it. I've had it for a long time, but I have extras. So they're Patagonia Nano Puffs, and I'm gonna do a raffle to give them out. I have extra men's medium and extra women's medium, so both. So let's see, we're gonna be doing a raffle for them. This lovely GFP branding in there. So yeah, they look pretty cool. They're pretty cool. Okay. All right, let's see how much we can get done of this other project. Okay. Okay, so here. Okay, so remove. I won't be able to do this one unless. Okay, I'm gonna do this one. Okay, I'm gonna start with this one. So I'm gonna introduce the problem. Come on. They're very comfy and they're very light, and they warm you up substantially. Should I lower music again? Maybe? Okay, there we go. Okay, so, okay, so here we go. We have this thing called this. And here, for example, we have a lot of stuff going on. And basically what I need to do is right here, if you click two thingies and you click on action set schedule date, you can change the schedule date. This is like a little wizard we made. And then 7.1, apply, and it basically changes the date for that. Now, the first thing that we need to do is add the supply chain zip ID is warning. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is on this view is add a new field. So let's go ahead and click on edit search view, not search view, edit list view. And basically this just gives me the ID so I can very quickly find it in my IDE. So let's go there. Okay, there we go, view, and then here's a record. Okay, so the first thing, wow, I have a lot of stuff in here. Let's see, where do we want to add it? Probably, maybe after commitment date. Actually, go back. I want to do, okay, commitment date. There should be a commitment date here, okay. So here, we're gonna add supply chain zip underscore ID. Required, nope. It's actually going to be read only is equal to 1. And then the string here is going to be freight. Final mile or freight. Final mile slash freight. Something like that, okay? Let's go back over here. Let's go back here. Let's refresh. And essentially what we're going to see here okay, we're refreshing. It's taking a while. Come on, let's go. Okay, and then the next thing that we need to do is on the schedule date. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now essentially here, notice how you have final mile slash freight, and we have a value here, which is great. Okay, perfect. Okay, the next thing is when we click here, you shouldn't be able to do set schedule date on those items. So here we have set date on sale order line change date. So let's do define set underscore date. Okay. If record in self, if not, blah, blah, blah. And then say if any, and then basically what we can do here is an array, l dot supply underscore chain underscore zip ID for L in record dot cell line IDs, right? So if any of these have something like that, then we basically will raise the error there, and then essentially we're going to say something along the lines of you can't use the set date wizard on supply on order lines that are final mile or freight, like that. Okay, let's take a look at that. If any, oh darn, I did add the colon. All right, so that should be enough. Let's go back over here. Action. Unfortunately, this database takes way longer to process, which is kind of annoying. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so if I click, this should throw an error. Let's do this. Set shipment. You can't use the set date wizard on order lines that are final mile or freight. Perfect. What happens if I click a combination? And then let's do this. Set shipment. Okay. And what happens if I do it on one of these? And there we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. C++, no fun in terms of compiling. Which actually, that reminds me, Recorder Guy, I actually do not know how to write C++ or C. So I'm planning on doing a Let's Learn Together stream where I learn from scratch from the very beginning. Of course, I mean, I've developed and coded with a lot of other languages, but I learned from scratch C and C++ with the idea of game development. So the concept is a stream series where I'm learning C++ with the endpoint or applying it to a video game. So maybe starting with, like an end goal. Let's say, for example, I want to create a platformer using C++ and maybe perhaps the Unreal Engine, right? So that's my end goal. And basically, it's like learning to do that from the beginning. Literally, because I don't have anything equipped. I don't even know if Mac OS has a default C++ compiler or anything like that. So I can learn from scratch on my own? Yeah, Ray. Actually, I am self-taught. I learned all of this by myself, by the way. I'm all self-taught, purely self-taught. Let's see here. Okay, so this is pretty simple. So we have supply chain. So let's do this. Okay, so let's go to and voila. Okay, so that's done. Let's go here. So the next thing is ignore all boxes that have been shipped to status of link shipment only for only, not free. Ship the status of link shipment. Okay. So if this is correct, basically what we need to do is if we go over to here, and then here we should find something about SO complete. Let's actually take a look at it from the UI. That might be faster than trying to search through it. So for example, if we go to final mile, here we have the SO line status. Let's see here. Ignore boxes that have oh, okay. SO line status and SO status. Okay, so here we go. SO line status. Let's see here. And then here we get it here. Oh. Okay. So here we have request IDs equals request IDs, all lines equals dollar line w blah, cell line ID dot order line dot filter blah blah. If lines w blah, all lines dollar equals false. Let's see here. SO line boxes, self-dot environments search. Cell line blah blah blah, exception is equal to false, FC shipment number is equal to false. That's the problem. So right now, reverse. Hey, what's up, Fantastic Random Team? Actually, Neosys redeemed reverse, but I rejected it immediately. Yeah. Okay, so the problem here is cell line.order ID, blah, blah, blah. That's pretty straightforward. Exception here is equal to false. FC shipment number is equal to false. Maybe what I need to do... Oh! Capo! What is up, Raiders? Welcome, Raiders. We have a Phantom of the Ducky going on right now, but welcome. So, welcome, Raiders. A budget automaton, exactly, Barack. The problem is I'm using the green screen, and I traditionally stream on my gaming computer, which obviously I'm not doing that right now. But so my whole like chroma key is off. So right now we're having like a Phantom of the Opera Ducky moment, which is kind of bad. So, hello, Violent Solo. Yeah, so we are coding. So get ready to fall asleep, everyone. But thanks for the raid, Third Fret. Looks wild. Yeah, it looks very. How's Sekiro going, Third Fret? Capo? How you doing with Sekiro? So here we're probably gonna have to add another thing where shipment status. So for example, shipment ID is not equal to false. So shipment ID is not equal to false. Or is equal to false, sorry. We should do something like, oh, I think I know what I'm doing here. So for example, we have to do an or statement, unfortunately. Or shipment ID is equal to false, or let's do, for example, shipment ID is equal to, not equal to this ID, to record.id. And there we go. So that way we ignore the shipments. NGL, I'm excited to fall asleep, not gonna lie. It went well, actually. Started with the drunk, got sad, and went elsewhere. Defeated my name is on his horse, Aniwa! My name is Aniwa! And progressed a lot of areas. Ended up finishing the monk monastery area on the mountain. Nice! That's actually pretty far. You went pretty far. Computer program, only 5 simple concepts to understand. Verbs, nouns, punctuation, and off by 1 errors. Then went back to the drunk to finish up the stream and got sad again. We'll try again next week. I feel like I actually got better though, which is good. Nice, Capo. That's always good. Yeah, it's kinda, it kinda sucks. I know I'm putting salt on the wound right now, Capo, but it kinda sucks that the NPC died. Because my playthrough, the NPC helped a lot. Because the drunk was just hitting the NPC, and I was in the back just going like bam, 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 bam. So it helped a lot. I know that's putting more salt in the wound, but it is what it is. So for example, SO line boxes, and basically SO status array, L.id and request IDs for L in SO line boxes. So hold on, I need to understand what I'm doing here. So SO status array, right? SO line boxes, all lines. So basically we're saying if the ID and request IDs is in SO line boxes, then true. True, 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 true. Request IDs. And then we say true. Russell the Dude, thanks for following. That sounds wonderful. I'll have to deal with it. Oh man. Yeah, I should have kept my mouth shut. Should have kept my mouth shut. So I think there's a fundamental problem here. SO line says if all LID and request IDs for L in SO line box original. Self.request.search where this is SO status. So SO line check. So nah, it's alright. Yeah, I figured yeah. He would be very, very helpful. And he is. But actually, to be honest, if you get to be the drunk by yourself, just going the way you're going, it's going to teach you so much for later on, to be honest. So it's really not that bad of a thing to beat him solo, that is. I might actually come back to this one because I'm not sure if this is really going to be the way I want to proceed with this one. So I'm going to come back to this one later. I don't want to do it half-baked, so I'm going to come back to that later. All right, let's go to the next one. So here we have SO override to be located on the cell order line, and such that users have the option to override the total order restriction on the shipment or on the ops exception tree view. Okay, so this one's pretty simple. Right now, and unfortunately I think I might be losing a lot of you guys, like technically from a contextual perspective. And the reason why is because there's like so much intricacies in this one, unfortunately. And there's really no kind of good way to explain it. But bottom line is I have to add a new field to the sale order line table, and then display it in the same view that we were modifying before, and add this new checkbox over here. So what we're going to do here is SO check override. These are the fields dot boolean string is equal to how do I say order freight order check override. Oh my god, that's super wordy. Holy, freight check override. Hopefully that works. We can always change it. Okay, so SO check override, and then basically what we want to do is go back to the views, go over here, and then after hold production, we're going to go ahead and yank that and go ahead and paste this, and voila. And now we have an SO check override from this screen. Now, while this is loading too, we also want this most likely on the sale order line. So we're going to go to sale.order.line, actually not sale.order.form, and that's where most likely we're going to insert it as well. So for example, after name, we put that here, and we put SO check override like so, input it like so, and voila. So we're going to have it in two different places. We're going to have it in this tree view as well as in the form view earlier. I'm not going to lie, I think coding is interesting, but 90% goes over my head on a good day. Yeah, true. And also, Capo, I mean, to be fair, it's, if you're not in the brain and in the mind of who's coding it, it's sometimes hard to follow. So if I'm not explaining everything explicitly, like, oh, this is the general idea, and this is what I'm doing, and I'm specifically targeting at this, and I'm doing X, and if I don't explain it as much, everything's gonna be nonsense. You could be a veteran coder, and you would be like, wait, what? You know? So that's why I added the speedrunning on the title, because if I was doing a proper like training, I would be super slow, talking about everything and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's kind of different. So freight check override here. So we can see it there now. And then if we go to sale order line, we should be able to see freight check override as well. And here we go, freight check override. Now, the whole point and the reason why we put the freight check override or SO check override is the fact that on the sale order here, we have a concept of override. And where's the override piece? SO, okay, so if record.so override, then SO status is equal to that. Now, another thing that we can do is here we can do each dolly.request, I believe, has a link to the sale order line. Does it not? It does. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is sale line ID. I'm going to say SO line override is equal to record.sale line ID, and then insert something like that, right? So if record.so override or, and actually just because I don't know how the ORM is going to react here, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and paste that, move this there, and then say if record.sale line ID, so we don't run into a traceback if there isn't a sale line ID, right? So we're going to go ahead and do this false, and then if record.sale line ID, then SO line override will be the sale line ID's SO check override. And then if record.so override or SO line override, then SO status is true. Okay. So let's go ahead and refresh, and then let's do some loose QA on this one. Okay, It always takes a little bit of time when reloading, unfortunately. So let's go to the shipment model, or final mile, that is. Click on shipment here. Okay, so here we have SO complete, unfortunately. Let me go ahead and remove this piece, and hopefully SO complete. Now notice how SO complete is not completed, because not all boxes for that sale order are in here. So what I can do now is I can test my functionality by going to the sale order proper. So let me see if I can click here. This is, I don't know which one is this one though. Where's the sale order line? Take me to the sale order line. Sale line, there we go. And darn. I could just go straight to the SO. Let's just go straight to the SO then. Whatever. Okay, so in at least one of these, I'm going to go ahead and say freight check override, like this. Click on save, go back to shipment, and notice how that one's SO complete. Good to go. Lurk for food? No worries, recorder guy. What's up, Mart? Late for the raid. Yeah, third fret. So actually, I should probably explain what I do. So basically, what my company does is we implement ERP systems. ERP systems, or enterprise resource planning, are integrated software. Basically, you've probably heard of the big brands like Oracle, SAP, all those guys. And basically, the whole point of integrated software is that your entire company is in one system and everything is connected, so it makes planning easier, right? Or it makes sure that your company's more efficient, or it makes sure that you have the right materials, and so forth. So, for example, a salesperson quotes someone, right? And it's in the system. So that's a draft sale order, right? Let's say, for example, the customer buys it or pays it, and when the sale order gets confirmed, then that automatically launches a manufacturing order. Automatically. No need for the salesperson to say, hey, I sold this via email to the production lead. Instead, the system does it for you. So everything's automated. It's meant to make life easier. The production order is launched, which means you need raw materials. It checks against what you have on inventory. If you don't have inventory, then it launches a request for purchase to the purchasing team, yada, yada. Everything's integrated in one system. So that's essentially what it's about. So SO line complete, SO complete. Okay, so that's the SO line override. So let me see, SO override to also be looked at on the sale order line. Essentially, users have the option to override the total order restriction on the shipment or on the opposite session tree view. Cool. And that's basically the same one as this one. And we have the freight check override here. Perfect. Okay, so that's done. This one was easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay. Okay, let's move on. Create shipments automatically for freight. Okay, so the next thing that we want to do, create shipment for freight, ag immediately, and link. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is when we create a sale order, and that sale order is for freight, we want it to automatically create a shipment. What a rate call. I like it. It's yeah, it really brings a lot of attention, Shivi, for sure. Does it follow the same pattern every time, or do you have a list of requirements from the client? Oh, no worries, Capo. No, that's basically the main value that we do, is the fact that we customize it for our clients. Every company is different, so we heavily customize it to the client because their workflows might be different. They might need approvals before it sends to production, and that's basically really where we provide our value because we're customizing it for them. So we gather a lot of requirements and such. Hey, it's Mitchell Admin. Exactly, right? So create shipments. Okay, so basically when we create a sale order and it applies one of these guys, we want to create a shipment. So that being said, I'm going to go to sale and then supply chain zip ID. And then here, get final amount zip record. So it's based on state. If record price and not supplying just zip ID, it's going to go ahead and do zip dict. There, we create them. And then region ID, and then creates it. Okay. So, there we go. Supply chain zip. Okay, cool. All right, so the next thing that we need to do is if we are undergoing the freight route via freight, we're going to go ahead and create a supply shipment. So here what we're going to do is create shipment with the proper region. Okay, and basically what we're going to be doing here is clearance, not clearance, sorry, freight ag. Here we go. Edit action. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, cool. So ship type is equal to final mile. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and create a record. So here we're going to go ahead and do shipment dictionary is equal to this. And then, oh, what the heck did I do? All right, so the shipment dictionary, when we're creating a shipment here, we need to make sure that we set freight ag to true. So right now we're setting the values on the new record that we're going to create, which is we're going to automatically create this record. We're going to set the region, right? So the region ID as basically the supply chain zip ID dot region ID dot ID, like so. And such and such for my old EVE Online fleet logistics days. Exactly, Barack. Similar level of geeks and groups that make similar software for a band of nerds. Exactly. Exactly. It's funny when you look at UIs in games or like programs that people have built to support like stuff within games. It's the same stuff, you know, which is kind of cool. So region, scanning palette, we don't need carrier, no, none of these, none of those. We're good to go. Okay, so that's basically all we need to do. Ship type, ship underscore type is equal to final underscore mile, like so. And that's pretty much it. I'm missing something else. I'm fascinated by the little things. Don't exist instructions that don't exist or actual things people do. All the software from exactly, Barack. Exactly. I like that star. Where's that star from? Christic. Wow, that's hilarious. Actually, that's awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove this, and then here we're going to do a cell underscore ID. We're going to relate this to. Right now we're already on cell ID, so record.id, like so. And then we're going to create it. So record.environment, and this environment is going to be supply chain shipment. Let's go back to this, .create, and then we're going to create that record with these values in the shipment dictionary. Voila, like so. Okay, now I do not think I have a sale ID value yet on this, so let's go into supply chain.shipment, and then here I have region, pallet IDs, all this stuff, but I don't have cell ID. Cell ID is equal to fields dot many to one, so it's going to be a related field to cell dot order. And here we're going to do string is equal to cell order, like so. Which reminds me now, most likely what we want to do is add this to the view as well. So we might want to add this like above region or something like that. So edit view form, and this seems to be the freight ag form, which is fine. And then we can do that. And then here we're going to do ship type invisible. Okay, and then here we're going to do sale underscore ID, like so. Oh, okay, there we go. And just like that, we have added a whole new functionality to this. Let's go back to sale. So basically now when it does that, it's going to go ahead and create a shipment and then create a shipment date, like so. Okay, now I'm going to have to force it for now. Where I'm going to have to force it and see if it works. Okay, hopefully, let's go ahead and do that. You got me feeling all productive. I'm going to do a little bit of work on my sheet music. I'm working my way through cleaning up and leave you with the lyric. No worries. Hope your stream is wonderful. Thanks, Capo. Thanks for the raid. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. And if you guys don't know on chat, if you guys don't know Capo, he's actually he streams games, but also mainly streams music. So he plays a lot of guitar. It's really lovely to hear his stream when he plays guitar. But anyways, Capo, enjoy the look. Okay, so now, okay, now we should be able to create it. So hopefully, let's see here. Oh, which one was what was the criteria though? If record of not supply chains of ID via freight record of, okay, let's do, I forgot this. Via freight. I'm forcing it to via freight for now. Okay, should start block comment. I don't know why it's being all picky with the linting. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, so now, okay, so now technically speaking, if I do action, if I do a confirm, it should go ahead and do it. So let's take a look. So confirm. Hopefully I should have changed the zip actually. Yep, I should have changed the zip, darn it. I should have changed it. Yeah, I'll change it right here. Here we go. Okay, action duplicate. Save. Okay, now let's confirm. Duplicate value exists. Wait, what? Wait, why is it complaining about that? There's already a zip with that? That's weird. Let's take a look real quick. So it's complaining the fact that it already created the zip, but it hasn't. Let's do these things. Let's remove that real quick and let's give it a shot again. Could be a problem. Let's try that. Okay, and let's do confirm. It's complaining about that. Why is it complaining about that though? Region zip. Because we search for it. If it exists, synthetic test data breaking your perfect software. That's exactly what I'm gonna blame it on, Barack. That's what I'm gonna blame it on. I'm not sure why. Because we're creating it here if it does not exist. Else we create it. Palette name. Okay. And then essentially dot create. Very interesting why it's complaining about this. Region. It'll work fine if you plug it into precisely the right address database. Such a database doesn't exist, but not my problem. Right, heading to bed for work tomorrow. Nice to see you, although I have no idea what's happening with all this coding. Keep up the great coding and see you again soon. Have a great stream. No worries, Neo says. Peace out. Have a good night. Have a good night, and thanks for hanging. Rubber Ducky says good night, Neo says. Even though it's like a Phantom of the Opera style Rubber Ducky right now, but... Okay. I'm actually a little bit confused why that is happening. So, true. With IDs deleted. Unlink. That's very interesting that it's doing that. Destination zip. Let me see what's going on. We're going to have to start debugging this and see why this is happening. But first, what I'm going to do is do this and see if it still happens. No worries, Brock. See you later. Okay, let's see here. Let's go ahead and confirm. It's complaining that it's creating duplicate zips, but we are not. That's where it's a little bit confusing. Okay. Supply chain region zip unique. Why does it think we're creating it twice, though? That does not make a lot of sense to me. So it's obviously not doing it here. We create the region. If we remove this, what happens? Let's take a look. Oh, it could be one thing that I might be missing is supply chain shipment doesn't have anything with zips. I don't think it has anything with zips. Let's take a look. Let's see if our introduction of the new code is the cause for this, instead of navigating it blind. That will be a good thing to determine. Okay. So let's confirm this. Welcome back, Brad Marie. So this doesn't have to do with our introduction of new code. It does not have to do with that. Good. We're running into some random stuff though. So for example, we're trying to create a zip, but chain.zip. You cannot have two records with the same zip. Okay, let's what happens if we remove the SQL constraint? I don't think it will revert, but we can see what's going on in the back end at least. See what's happening. So if we click on confirm here, let's see if it happens after removing the SQL constraint. And we'll see. Ooh, Ray, what you eating? Very interesting. The constraint's stuck. Let's do. How about we do this? ID. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Some more hot dogs? You've been eating a lot of hot dogs, Ray. Lots of hot dogs. It's great. Alrighty then. Come on. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that worked. But let's take a look at what's going on here. So first things first, let's go ahead and test this with the new code, and then we can come back and fix this one. Okay, so there we go. Action duplicate. That's a great emote. Where's that from? Oh, Gibbs. Nice. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? What did I break? What did I break? I broke something. I broke something. Oh, there we go. There we go. That was my note. I basically uncommented my note. Action duplicate. So we're going to see if now the code works with removing that constraint, SQL constraint, which basically what that SQL constraint was doing is saying there can only be one record with the same name. There shouldn't be more than one record with the same name, which is great for data validation and just in general, it's a good thing to do. But somehow, what I want to verify now is if it's creating two zips, if that makes sense. So there, very interestingly enough, it didn't seem to put final mile. It didn't seem to put final mile. So let's do freight ag. Well, that's good. It added these, which is good. I'm gonna add edit menu, new menu, zips, supply.chain.region, zip mapping, confirm. Okay, and let's go ahead and refresh. Close, zips. So notice how it's creating double. Why? Why is it creating double? That's why I was complaining earlier.
Supply chain zip ID. Why is it running double? Via freight. Oh, because it's not applying. Let's see down here. But why is it not applying? Because this is supply chain zip ID, yeah. Supply chain zip ID. So if supply chain zip ID, let's go ahead and try this. We're explicitly marking it at every specific instance and see if that works. It's kind of sloppy, but at least let's see if that's going to fix our issue. What's basically happening is it's not putting it on the sale order. Hence, why wouldn't it though? Let's see. Action duplicate. Save, confirm. Notice how it's not being set. Very interesting. So if we go down here, I think it's missing something else. Let's see here. What are we missing here? Zip record, supply chain zip ID. If supply chain zip ID, which is that, then we do that. Name palette name, else we create it. Then we set it at the end. Interesting, but why is it thinking about doing this? Else we create it. And the supply chain region zip. Okay. Well, it's not setting it. So here we're doing record.supply chain zip ID, supply chain zip ID, right? For example, if we were to raise warning, actually, supply chain zip ID. Now this might return false because it might be before. Let's see here. This actually might return an error message immediately, which is not good. So I'm not sure why it's not. City is equal to sale. Okay, so if we go ahead, this is going to throw an error immediately. Oh, I thought it would. Apparently it didn't. But this should throw an error. Yeah. So there it is. Now why? Let's do this too. Send picture for proof, but also any to use it, one worth taking. Nice. Why is it creating? Why is it not setting it? Is this a new record? It knows it's there, the 25. It creates it. Oh, it could be that we can't. On the depends, we can't do it. Oh, this is cringe. This is cringe. Shoot. Darn it. This is very cringe. The reason why I'm saying this is very cringe is because I can't do it depends on this. That's what I'm trying to find out. Darn. Darn it. Gonna have to do an API multi. And then essentially, what I'm gonna have to do is the painstaking. Let's go to button for confirm or something, or action confirm. There we go. And then here, for order dot. We just can't do depends because it's not. There's no value for it. Which you're right, recorder guy. We were getting a false on the supply chain zip ID, which is kind of annoying. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and confirm this guy. And you can't set the value. Hold on, still not doing it. Why is it still not doing it? Why is it still not doing it? Oh, sorry. There. That's why. 1 second. Let's retry. Redo. redo. Okay. Okay, let's. Okay. Let's see here. Let's action duplicate. Confirm. Still doesn't do it. What is going on here? I think there's like something very, very simple that I'm missing right now. That would be... So we're running this. So we're running this. Mm. Mm. Supply chain zip ID. Actually, let's do another. Come on. Oh my gosh. Let's do that. Another one of these. It's probably going to be properly coming in. And it's like, you know what I'm going to actually try to do too? Is I'm going to try to manually set it and see why it's not happening. Okay, let's go over here. Come on. Okay, so if I set it here, okay, so it can be set. I didn't create it yet. The heck? This time it didn't run at all. Action duplicate. Now it's not running at all. Order. Oh, jeez. No, hold on. Yes, death, exactly. What? What is going on here? The depressed loser is now following. Hey, how you doing? Let's try this. It's not running at all right now. Okay, so let's try this. Redeemed hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh, I have to create the here, 1 second. Let's go over here. Actually over here. I can do new counter death update counter death. I did not oh yeah, update counter death. Wait, hold on. Wow, I'm update counter death. There we go. Wait, how have we died 14 times in death? Wait, how how we died 14 times in death? In coding. I know, what the heck? Oh, maybe it was when I was testing stuff. Maybe it's when I was testing. Okay, so action duplicate, let's see here. Save, and let's click on confirm. There we go. Now we're talking, chat. Okay. So let's go over here. And voila. Now we're talking, chat. Oh, killed the bot. I killed the bot. Okay, let's go over there. Okay. And it should be loading soon. Action, duplicate. More death. I'd call that a conservative estimate. Just 14. Oh man, I thought this task was going to be really quick. But that's the thing with coding. I mean, something that seems like very quick in your mind, then you start running into these like little issues, and then the whole reason why this wasn't working was because of the ORM like depends decoration. You know, it's like, okay. So let's click on confirm. All right, SO320. There we go. So now we have SO320, which basically means we shouldn't have another SO320. Let's take a look. This is zips. We only have a singular SO320. Perfect. So now we can go back to fixing. So now if we go to shipments, we have here, and we have SO320. Perfect. Awesome. And then here, for example, let me see if this is supply chain shipment tree. So, okay, it's not specific to freight ag, which is okay. Okay, cool. So that is that. Now we can go back to here and remove this thing, like so. And then we can go back here and then remove this actually, and do the compare palette box thing. Okay. Oh, recorder guy, that's like my biggest like I understand for a project I have to give an estimate. I definitely I understand that, and I have to give a budget. But when I give a budget or an estimate, I'm very freaking variable. Like I give them a very varied scope of timeline as well as budget. And they're always saying like, I need better. I need a better estimate. I need a better estimate. And it's like I wish I could, but I can't predict the future. You know? It's like I'll give you this like what on average what we think we would take, but please know that it might take more than that. And in the occasion that I was completely wrong in the estimates, I always tell the clients, I'm like, hey, listen, this ended up being such a harder thing than initially thought. And it is what it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, but that's Red Money. When they change scope, that's on them. And I'm very clear. I'm like, you're changing scope. That's on you. That's on you. Okay. So that's good. Let's see here. And then basically, create shipment on blah, 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 direct MTO, shipment on the freight ag label. Oh, shipment ID. I forgot shipment ID on the freight ag label. So let's see here. Where is freight ag? Dolly integration, no. MRP work order. Dolly label. So print freight. Oh, I see what I did there. I'm trying to see, how did I do the whole... How did I do the... See here? Doesn't seem like I use it really. I'm the one who has to do the work. And the bosses never say no. Back with the dogs. And playing Left 4 Dead. Oh, Ray, you play Left 4 Dead? We gotta play. We gotta play. Delivery pie 2 might solve everything. Pizza delivery pie. Pizza delivery pie. Nice. Yikes, don't click those links. Alright, so we're literally doing the same thing. Darn it. Darn it. Okay. So I thought it was split, but apparently it's not. So let's go to IRUIQ web. Report dolly document here, and then let's do TF doc. Okay, so what we're gonna have to do here, some sort of doc.region, and then we're gonna have shipment here. And then what we're gonna do here is, so this is XML, by the way. So TT set, let's say for example, shipment. And T value is equal to basically doc.environment supply.chain.shipment .search, and we're going to search where sale ID is equal to sale ID is equal to shipment. I think it's doc.sale line ID, I think. Dot order ID. Dot ID. I think that should do fine. And then we do shipments. And then we can do this, shipment.name. Okay, I think we can get away with that, chat. Let's go ahead, let's give it a shot. Pizza delivery. I clicked pizza to get the pizza, but I didn't get pizza. Kimchi got debated. Big time debate. Let's see here. Okay, let's give it a shot now. Let's go to sales. Darn it, I didn't create. I didn't create with manufacturing order. Darn it. Okay, let's see if I can have manufacturing operations, work orders, freight ag is true. Darn, they're all done. Debated. Okay, so let's go back to forcing it, because we do need to test that. Let's go here, and let's go back here. Done. Oh boy. Okay. And refresh. All right, so let's do this. Okay, so that looks good. Okay, let's go back. Kind of lost my train of thought here. That's right. Okay, we're recreating action duplicate here. And then here, we're doing this, add a product. And then here, we're going to be doing, yeah, we're going to configure. No variant. Add, save. And let's go ahead and confirm it. Manufacturing order. Check availability. Good to go. Let's go process, start. Let's go ahead and do box 1, box 2, pallet label. And that's why we test things. Scanning literal. Oh, come on. Really? Oh, man. What is this? Amateur hour? Come on. Come on. Oh, I should probably add a limit 1. That's better. And here. Turn it. Okay. Gotta hop off now, take care of business. No worries, Kimchi. See you later. I'm actually starting to get a little bit tired, and I think I might go into games. Getting close to 5 o'clock. Not that I have to stop at 5 o'clock, but I still have plenty of time to do these items. Okay, there we go. Shipment. There we go. There we go. Cool. Good work. Okay, let's go back. This is All right. All right, let's see if we have any gimmies here. Okay, so we need user change status from to dates on the dolly shipment. Okay, so what are the on-change fields? Okay, so what we want to do is now track changes on shipments. Okay, here we go. And basically, if memory serves me right, it's just tracking on change, right? Tracking. Let me take a look here. Let's do something like path. Actually, let's do something like tracking and then true. Not tracking disable. Track. I think it was track visibility. Track visibility. There you go. That's exactly what I was looking for. So now, what we can do is for all of these items, such as region, we can do that. Let's see if that works. I don't think it works. Let's do that. Carrier. Let's go over here. Where's carrier? I don't see carrier. There we go. All right, we should probably do this guy. confirmation number, shipment tracking number, actually let's do that, status, okay, and then state. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, that seems like the gist of it. Now, I add track on-change visibility into the lines. Let's see if it actually keeps track of it. Is it just me, or is the sound and video off for everyone? Wait, is it off? I think I can still see it. I think we're still good. Oh, you hear me after? Yeah, there's a delay on the Mac, unfortunately. I think. Okay, so if we go to shipment now, here, and if I click on this, what if I change this? Cancel. Yeah, so region changes scanning palette and so forth, but these items don't change. Darn it. Okay. So if we want this to change, what we can do is an inheritance of the right. And we're talking about these items. Okay, so here we go. We have this. Name. Oh boy. Your lips move and I hear you after. Oh no, the delay is pretty bad then, I think. No. Okay. So here we are, and basically what I want to do, I don't think I inherit a right now, I don't. Okay, so what we're going to do here is define right, just for the syntax, and basically we're going to go ahead and copy this, and then essentially let's go back up here, dolly request, set return super, like so. Okay, so then here we're gonna do the only problem is it's gonna be res is equal to, and then we're gonna do return res, and then for example, if wait, what happens if we do keys? I think let's go to terminal here. And let's do some testing here. So if I have a dictionary, right, dict, right, is equal to, dict my is equal to this, and then I say key 1 is equal to 1, and then we have key 2 is equal to 2, right? If I do dict my dot keys, it should give me okay, that works. But what if I do a list of the ordered dictionary? It should give me a list of the keys, right? I think, in my opinion. Yes, there we go. Okay, so essentially what I want to do is, on write function, let's go back to, on the write function, right? We want to basically say the same thing. So values dot keys, but we want to list them. Okay. And then if we can do something like, what are the fields that they're interested in? SO override and white glove override. Okay, so if we go back to, okay, so here, if this in, and let's do a variable for this, fields, and actually field keys, right fields, and then here, or SO override, I believe. There we go. In right fields. Oh, and furthermore, okay, so in that, so we're writing it. It's been the whole time for me. I just let it be. Darn. Scuffed stream. Scuffed stream. If WG override and right fields SO and so forth. So essentially what we're going to do here, if either of these are in this, then what we're going to go ahead and do is, and actually there might be an elegant way to do this as well. Let me take a look and see if there's an elegant way. So sales. So for example, on a confirmed sale order, if we change the quantity to 2, click on save. We already did the sale order live changed. Okay, so we're already, this is native, has been updated. And essentially what we do here, update like quantity, and then write in values. Oh, we can just do a basic no worries on this one? Is that? Literally, we can just do a basic no worries. That's easy peasy lemon squeezy. Look at that, chat. We could just do it even simpler. That's the value of self.filtered, R equals sale, and flow compare, blah, 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 blah. Self.mapped order ID. Okay, let's just go ahead and kind of yank this, to be honest. In values, which is that. Yeah, this is a much more elegant solution. So, here we go. And then here, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to do this. I don't know why I deleted the other thing. Oh, well, anyways, whatever. It is what it is. And then, or SO override in values. And then basically what we can do, self.filtered. Actually, we don't want to filter at all. R.product. Hold on, where's the R coming from though? Update line quality. Where's the R coming from? What's going on here? Oh, here's the R. Ah, that makes sense. Okay, it's part of the filtered still. There we go. There we go. So there's no flow compare. We don't have to do flow compares. Self. Update line quantity values. So essentially what we're going to call this update line quantity, we're going to call it update overrides. So don't see my serial number anywhere. Ray, we moved away from serial numbers. We moved away. No more serial numbers. Gone. Deleted. Update overrides values. And then essentially what we can do here is add this. And then basically update overrides like so. And values. Okay. Now what that basically means is orders blah blah for orders and orders, which is not, in this case it's not orders, it's shipments. So shipment ID okay. If oh, that's right. Okay, so shipments. So for shipments and shipment, order lines equals self but filtered. So basically, requests is equal to self.filtered where shipments equals to shipment override have changed requests. And then here what we're going to do is line in requests. We're going to change what is this name? Line.name. And then basically %s, and then this is going to be what are we going to do first? SO override, and then here we're going to do line.so override, and then essentially here what we're going to go ahead and do no float value. The values SO override. Remove the parentheses at the end. Oh, there we go. Delivered quantity. No, we don't want to do that. Nope. And basically, let's go ahead and bring this back here. Something like that. And we're going to do the same story here for I can feel myself kind of slowing down already, unfortunately. And then here it's going to be shipment. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, so now when we change the overrides, it should show up on the chatter. Okay, so which is this thing right here. So if I were to go here, click that, Let's see here. Come on. Oh no, error message. Ah, that's the thing. Okay, so we need to be careful there. Just trying to think of this though. I'm trying to think if I think what I should do is if line dot not equal to, actually better yet, if override in, and then that's what we do. And it's got to be either or, because we're coming in here with either or. Oh darn, that's kind of annoying. So I should probably do. It should be the same for both though, right? Values are the same for both. So that should work like that, yeah. Okay. Let's go back. And let's do this. Okay, now. Okay, here we go. Let's click on save. So now these header fields are on change. We're tracking them, so that way they're on the chatter whenever someone changes them. And now let's see when the SO override or the white glove override happen. Okay, the overriders. Oh my god, overriders. The overrides have changed. Okay, the overrides have changed in the request. Test to play, blah, blah. SO override false to true. Okay, so let's say, for example, we do both of them. Okay, and then let's go ahead and remove both of them. There we go. Now, why is it creating a separate separation? Oh, it's because of the break. There we go. Let's do that. Is it doing a break here too? Shoot. Maybe we do want the break, darn it. Okay. It's okay. Because we're not, it's gonna like really sink in over there. Wait, unless, hold on. Let me try something. Okay, let's go ahead and remove these. Overriders, the little known rival gang to Hell's Angels. Exactly, the Overriders. Okay. So this looks good. Okay. So now, if we were to change these, let's see how it looks from formatting wise. Ah, yeah, it looks awful. I like the other one. There we go. Okay, that works. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Zip ID. Okie dokie. All right, let's do one more task. This is their name in the Southern Hemisphere, as opposed to the underwriters. All right, one more task, and then we'll call that a day. So right now we have zip remap, I believe. So if we go to sale order, is it a sale order, I think, or no? So toggle white glove service override. So whenever we do that, actually that just means white glove override is trackable. WG override. So basically, track visibility on change. Okay, there we go. So override, that will go into sale.order. So let's just go over here. And we're in the sale order. Where are you? There we go. All right, track visibility on change on that one. So whenever they change that field value, that's going to be tracked. So that's one. Zip ID remap. So I believe that is on the work orders. Let's try. Retrigger MRP duration batch. No. Okay. 1 second. I have to go into the other screen, and I cannot share that screen real quick. Okay, so if I click here, yeah, I did. Okay, so it's a server action here. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, I'm actually playing Hellblade in a little bit, actually. That's what I'm going to be playing here in a little bit. After this task, actually. The only unfortunate thing is I'm going to have to, I have to change computers, so I don't know what Twitch will do when I switch computers. It's kind of annoying. I don't know what's going to happen. Not sure. Okay, let's do... Okay. And then it's here. Okay. And now let's try over here. Create. Execute Python code. Okay. Actually, okay, there we go. Alrighty then. And then if we go to a specific work order here, like so. Nice, perfect. And that's that. So we did... Okay, and then the other one is tracking zip ID on change. Where is that? So track supply chain zip ID. There we go. And so that's the that. Yeah, that should do it as well. There we go. Il panterone mozione. Cheers. Is it mozione or mozzicone? Mozzicone. Or am I just completely off? Which is valid too. Very, very valid. Okay, so what this does is now if I do this and if I do this, it will keep track of it. There we go. Cool. Cool. That's it for today. And there's plenty to do. There's always plenty to do. But at least for the stuff that I wanted to do thus far, that is it. Thank you for hanging, chat. But if you want to hang longer and watch video games, which is what we're going to do right now, I am going to change computers. And we're going to play some... oh, darn, I forgot to... and zip fields on order. Okay, let's go ahead and push that. That's it for that. Making sure there's no fire drills. No fire drills, perfect. Okay, let's take a look at that. No fire drills there too. Okay, cool. Cool. We're good there. Hey, Hawk6, how you doing? GG's all around. Let me go ahead and close this stuff right here. We can close, we don't have to run Odoo anymore. So we can go to TwitchBot. Let me make sure I actually close this stuff though. So that way when I switch, it doesn't break, or it doesn't show anything that I shouldn't be showing. Okay. Alrighty then. Okay, we're gonna do a little switcheroo of displays right now. This might break a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't break, chat. Hopefully we're fine. There we go. Well, it looks semi-broken, a little bit. Oh boy, come on, mother. I have to find a better solution than this, to be honest. All right, here we go. Okay. So, what do you guys see now? Did music get broken? No? Okay. Oh, cool. All right, you still see this somehow. How the heck do you still see that? Okay. Oh, you might not see it live. That's the thing. No worries, Hawk. Absolutely. Hope you enjoyed some coding. And now we're going to go ahead and change. So how do I change my... Actually, I'm going to change it from this view. Save. Edit stream info. And then number 2, Hellblade. First playthrough. And here we're going to do Hellblade. Okay. And done. Okay, changing stream information. Let's move this over here. Okay. Okay. There we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Got it. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, let's do that. I wonder what happens when I open Streamlabs on here. It might break it. Okay, I'm going to quickly go to the restroom real quick. And then I'm going to do a little swapperoo here. So I'm going to do a swapperoo. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this works. All right, chat. It should work. I'm changing computers, but we'll see.